Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. And before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be my August reading wrap-up. I read 11 books in the month of August, and let's get into discussing them. So the first one I read was Learn Your Lesson by Candy Steiner. This one is a single dad hockey romance. It's the third in a series, but I read it first. It was my first Candy book, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. This book was so good. I loved the kid in this, and I loved everything about it. The next book I read in August was Savage Lover by Sophie Lark. This book I also gave 5 stars. This is the third book in the Brutal Birthright series. I love this series, and I love Sophie Lark's writing. This one is a dark mafia romance. It's kind of like, it's hard to explain. They've known each other like their whole lives, and they don't get along. She doesn't like him because of how his lifestyle is, and yeah. The next book I read is Coach by Devney Perry, book 1 in the something series. I can't remember what the series is called. I gave this book 5 stars. I adored it. It is a football single dad romance, and this one was so good. I always love Devney Perry books. Her writing is awesome, and this book might just be my favorite I've ever read by her. So I definitely recommend that one. Then I read We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han, the final book in the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. I gave this one 3.5 stars. The first bit of it, I was like, oh my gosh, this book is horrible. But then it got a bit better, and it ended up being 3.5 stars for me. Maybe that was a little bit high, but it's what I went with. It was the end of a trilogy, and I think it was a relatively good ending. Then I read Hopeless by Elsie Silver, which I gave 5 stars. This is the final book in the Chestnut Springs series. I adored this series and this book. This book follows Bo and Bailey. It is a ex-military, tortured hearts, fake engagement, and I love this book and these characters, and I can't believe the series is over. So that is so sad. And by the time you're seeing this, I think my Chestnut Springs rankings and reviews video will be up, so definitely go check that out, where I discuss the entire series and rank the characters, the books, and all that stuff. And yeah, it is my favorite romance series of all time. I read an arc of Take All the Time You Need by Kate Summers. I gave this book 4.5 stars. I adored this book. It was so good. If you want to see a more in-depth review, I have a review up on my Goodreads, which is always linked down below in the description. But basically, this one follows a woman whose husband passed away a little while back, and she's still not completely, not moved on, but she's not like taken a step forward. And then this guy moves into the apartment she used to share with her fiance. Did I say husband? They were just engaged. They were fiancés. And he moves in, and of course she doesn't like that he's there at first. It's weird that someone else is living in their apartment. But then she starts to work at his restaurant because she is an artist, so she's painting like a mural. And then they become friends, and then more. Then I read Collide by Ball Cabra, however you say that name, I'm so sorry. I gave it 5 stars. I adored this book. It was a college hockey romance, and at first I was thinking it was a solid 4 star, but by the end it was 5 stars. Was the plot my favorite? No, I've read it a million times, but the vibes were amazing, and it was 5 stars. It was such a good time. So cute, so fun, and enjoyable. I read Hail by Anastasia White. I gave this one 4.5 stars. It was a single dad soccer romance, and I really like this one. It is best friend's brother, as well as single dad nanny, and I really enjoyed this one. Then I read Hideaway by Dean Koontz, and I gave this one 4 stars. This one follows a man and another man who become kind of like connected after a horrible accident, and one of them is creepy. This book is definitely a horror, so definitely keep that in mind, but I did really enjoy it, and I think my reading vlog for this is already up at this point. I read it in my Emojis Choose My Reads vlog, so definitely go check that out. Then I read an arc of The Christmas You Found Me by Sarah Morgenthaler. I gave this book 5 stars. This book was amazing. It is singled out. It is a Christmas book, but it's not super Christmassy. It's just a little moment here and there Christmassy, and I was totally fine reading it in August. But it comes out on the 24th, I think. So does Take All the Time You Need. The other arc I read, I think they both come out on September 24th. And I really loved this one. The kid in this was so adorable. Basically, the kid in this has kidney disease, and so her father is like needing more money, and her friends, the main female character, her friends put a joke ad in the paper, like husband for hire, because her divorce just finalized, and then this man shows up hoping it was real. Unfortunately, it's not, but then she agrees, let's get married, because she like feels bad for them. She wants to help them out. So they get married so he can have their benefits and his daughter can as well. And that is what that one is about. It is so cute, so sweet, and so amazing. And I loved it. It is closed door. So like they do talk about some spicy stuff, but then like they lead up to it, and then it's the next chapter. So if you like Closed Door, keep that one in mind. And the final book I read in the month of August is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Callan Bayron. And this is a YA camp slasher horror. I love this book. I cannot stop talking about this book. If I really wanted to, we could be here for the next like 5 hours. I am obsessed with this book. I give it 5 stars. And this book has so many twists and turns. And I'm obsessed with this book. I could talk about it forever, but basically the main character and some other teenagers work at this like horror camp where people just come and they put on like a whole production so that it's people who like to be scared can show up and be scared. And then of course some weird stuff starts happening that's not part of the script, and it's just so good. And I never saw any of the plot twists coming. I highly recommend. And those are the books I read in the month of August. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts, or if you plan to read any of these, maybe I added a few to your TBR, let me know. And if you don't feel like saying any of that, if you made it this far, let me know by dropping a red emoji in the comments, any red emoji. And before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.